Hello, everybody. I don't know about for y'all, but it finally started actually snowing over here.
It is here now in Englewood.
Yeah. Michael, had you spoken to Bob and seen if he was coming or not? He had told me earlier today it'd be kind of 50-50-ish, but you're on mute, by the way. You're still on mute, Michael. I couldn't hear that.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
No, I have not spoken to him recently. So
Okay.
Is Keely the backup, or are you going to run the meeting? Well,
I don't mind running it.
Okay.
If Bob doesn't, it can't make it.
okay.
We have a pretty light agenda anyway, so shouldn't
Okay.
be too hard.
All righty.
Well, Keely said she was going to be here.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we need one more, right? Before
Or,
we can-
yeah, and
we can
Rachel
start.
too. So maybe if you
Rachel's here.
wanted.
I'm here.
Oh,
Just
there's Rachel.
multitasking.
Rachel is there. Never mind.
Yeah, I think Bob and Keely are the only two or two that said they were coming that
Yeah.
that aren't. Bob said he's trying to get on. I'll be right back. Shelly, it looks like Keely just joined. If okay, thanks.
Bob could also call in if he needs to.
Sorry.
Bob can call in if he had to.
Yeah, I sent him the link. I think he just couldn't find it. So I mean, we could probably start the roll call if we want to. Oh, or that might be him.
Oh, there he is.
Well, perfect.
Do you want me to go ahead and take roll call?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Keely,
Keely Sugden is present.
Bob, I see Bob. Michael,
Here,
Annie, Hetty, Rachel,
Here.
Kara, or Kara,
Present.
Raphael,
Here.
Joe Anderson, and Will's here. We have a quorum.
Bob, are you there with the microphone by chance? I'm going to take that as a no. and all right. Well, I can get started, Bob, if you want to jump in. If I'm not sure if you have a microphone or there, if it's just not working.
Do you want to do
but-
approval of minutes first, Will?
Oh, yeah.
Just need a first and a second.
I move to approve the minutes.
A second.
We're good?
We're good.
Okay. So it looks like Bob dropped off. I don't know. He might be back. We'll see. But as far as this meeting, kind of the only thing to really talk about is the HHW, or the Household Hazardous Waste, this weekend and next weekend. So I still have the volunteer thing out on the KAB website. And I think it's been posted on the city's website, I think once, maybe twice, as far as getting volunteers. I was waiting until after kind of the city council decision as far as the whole grant part of it goes before posting it again, just so we can kind of more target it with all the information. But as far as kind of our KEB members, it'd be great if we get, probably 2 for each shift. For either this weekend or next weekend. As far as the shifts, they'd be 8 to 11 and then 11 to 2. So this Saturday and then next Saturday. So if anyone has some availability for that, it'd be really great to have some of you guys out there. That was the main thing I was looking at. So I know I'm kind of dropping that on you guys right now, but if you have any availability, or if you can let me know either tonight or tomorrow, that'd be
I
great.
can volunteer for 8 to 11 this Saturday.
8 to 11.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I can as well.
Okay.
I can only volunteer in the morning, and I'd have to leave by 10:30.
Okay. Keely, do you want to do next weekend, or would you
I
prefer
have
this one?
a commitment at 11 o'clock on Saturdays.
Okay. So wait, so you said this one you could, or
I could do either one. It's
okay,
fine.
either one?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
wait till the next weekend. That's fine.
Okay.
I
Let's
just have
do
to
that.
leave a little early.
Okay.
Can do next weekend anytime, really. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Well, then can I put you down for the 8 to 11 then? That
Okay.
work?
Yeah,
Okay.
it works.
So,
There
And I'll send you guys out more information about like kind of how it all how it works. But cool. So and then
Well, you got me for this Saturday from 8 to 11?
yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if anyone so if anyone could do the afternoons, that'd be great. And like I said, you can if you want to check your schedules after this and let me know. That's also fine too. Bob, are you there?
Yeah, I think. Can you hear me
Bob.
Can.
now? I don't think I'm going to be back in town, so I can't commit to anything. And
Okay.
I'm not even sure about the next weekend, but as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know.
Okay.
Do we have enough to cover or no?
We still need people for the afternoons, but for the mornings we should be good. Yeah, and like I said, once we kind of find out what all happens tonight as far as the grant funding, I should be able to send out another kind of invite for kind of more public volunteers as well.
Yeah, that would be a
So,
good idea.
yeah. So I don't know if everyone's in the loop as far as the KAB grant, the $10,000. Basically tonight council is doing a resolution, not so much for our individual event, but more so for overarching kind of grants of this type, where basically they can be approved administratively. So that's what they're voting on tonight. So assuming that, goes through, then we could approve it, tomorrow is the plan.
Great.
Okay.
Did you want to take over from here, Bob, or do you want me to keep going?
Well, the only question I have is, can we use that platform to get volunteers? Or, because what I'm gathering is that it's been publicized on the other websites, but that we're not actually using the KAB volunteer platform to
to advertise.
advertise and to get volunteers. Is that correct?
I mean, as far as like somehow sending something on that webpage, I didn't really see any way where that really happens. Whenever I signed up with my own kind of personal email just to see how it looks from the other side. And there are things like you can click like a box where it's like, hey, send out kind of almost like newsletters or kind of, information you might be interested in. But that was kind of the only thing I saw in there. I didn't see anything where like I can send out like a blast over KAB's thing to let people know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, the idea is that we were gonna let Kristen let Tony and the communication group broadcast an appeal for volunteers to sign up.
Right.
Then once you get them on the platform, Mike, you can tell me if I'm wrong on this, but then if they get on the platform, that's when you can say, okay, we've got this upcoming event, and then they can sign up or not.
Right.
But they have to get their emails or get their contact list on the platform. And that's been the hang up, I think.
Yeah. I mean, after we know the grant stuff tonight, I mean, then we can kind of send out another blast and send out to Tony's people too and say, hey, here's this thing, because I also saw whenever I did it myself, it kind of sent you like a confirmation email. So if we want to do, kind of these, the reduced copays, I feel like it'd be easy enough for people to just show us their phones and, show us that email. And that can be the kind of proof of signing up to, get
Yeah.
new emails and things like that.
Yeah,
Sounds okay to me.
Perfect.
yeah, that would be the way to go, I think, really.
Okay.
And if we can get that in place and use some of that money in the next couple of weeks, that would be fantastic, I think.
Mhm.
How hard is it like physically to volunteer? Because there's a few people I can think about and reach out to, Englewood resident, but I just want to know how hard it is for them.
For this event, it's really easy. Basically, the grand scheme of what you'll be doing throughout the entire day is a car will come in to like the center, and we'll ask them, what do you have? Basically, do you have chemicals, electronics, or TVs? And you just write down, the chemicals, electronics, TVs, and then you tell them how much their copay is.
Okay.
And
And
then they go on to the contractors to get all the stuff removed from the cars.
Okay, I'll try to reach out to some people, then just like mouth to mouth and just get the word out a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys have all looked at that website, but it's really easy to sign up. And I think it'd be great if, even if for you guys, if you signed up on that KAB website, I think that would even be good, just so we have, kind of some numbers in there as well.
I agree. That was one of my questions, Will, because I was a little confused, but Bob's right. I think what we need to do is invite people to be on a list of potential volunteers. There's no obligation for them to do anything. And then once they're on the list, by event, they can determine whether they want or are able to volunteer. But I think everybody in our committee should be on that list of potential volunteers or whatever. So
Exactly.
So can we do that tomorrow, or do we have to wait for something to happen?
No, I think you guys could sign up on that website today if you guys wanted to, and sign
All right,
up for
so
bots.
What are the steps, Will? We go to the KAB website and then just hit the volunteer tab?
Yeah, it should say, I think in the top left-hand corner, it should say become a volunteer.
Okay.
And then it asks you kind of just for some general information. It's basically, like first name, last name, email address, phone number, and then I think zip code is the only other thing it asks for. And then it kind of asks you if you want to get like newsletters and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then from there, you should be able to just click on the event that you want to sign up for. And then it's just, sign up. That's it.
And so this event would be on the website, so I could go in and click and say, I want to volunteer for this event.
Yep. And it has all the shifts broken out too. So
perfect. Oh, that's terrific. And I think, if everybody got one or two friends or neighbors to do the same thing, we would be building our volunteer list, which is a big deal.
Yep. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, that's good news. That's great.
And then we can, approach like city council members because they want to know what events are, get them, and then, pretty soon we should have 50 or 100 people ready to volunteer, I would think.
That'd be great.
sounds good to me.
Yep. Yep.
Well, when the leaf recycling comes in, it'd be great to have that list. We could just go out and invite people to come in for that.
I did get some new information on that too. It looks like the 2 weekends. So this year, Littleton's they're only planning on doing 2 weekends, not 3. But they're looking at doing October 31st and November 7th. So they're wanting us to do the 31st, which is Halloween. But if that works for everybody, that's great. If we'd rather do the other weekend. If y'all just want to let me know, and I can try to get us the other weekend. I don't think they're too picky either way.
I don't think Halloween Day is too big of a problem. As long as we're done by 4 o'clock or so, which we better be.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with Halloween Day, but is that a popular day for most people to, I guess, come by and drop off leaves? Is that an inconvenience for everybody else who would be participating?
I don't,
As-
It's how many leaves are out. They'll be out there doing it.
yeah.
It's very popular. It's very popular.
if it's publicized, people save their leaves. So,
I mean, because the other issue too is that they try to Littleton, when they schedule it, try to do it kind of around that end of October, just because
right.
if they do it too early, then potentially all the leaves aren't going to fall, and then too late, and then everyone's just bringing a big pile of mush. I was kind of questioning that too, but that was
You know,
those
just
are the-
like if families are getting their kids ready for trick or treat, or if, I don't even know if there is trick or treat this year with COVID, but
yeah.
I was just thinking about other people. It doesn't matter to me, but
Right.
Well, and especially if I'm thinking like after tonight, looking at the forecast, there's going to be a lot of frozen dried leaves on the ground. And so people do. I was amazed last year. They'd had them for a month or more just bagged up and were just waiting to drop them off. And as long as we're doing it 2 weeks, 2 weekends in a row, we should be fine. We can do that.
Okay.
Is there any other thing that we need to really address tonight?
The only other thing is that email from Joe Anderson. He had requested to see if we could move the meeting back to 6:30.
6:30?
So as far as that goes, we'd have to kind of put it to a vote, which would mean we'd have to kind of delay that until next month as far as having something on the agenda that we can then vote on, just to kind of keep everything kosher. But I mean, if we want to talk about it tonight, that's fine. But yeah, just know that we'll have to kind of vote on it next.
Can we vote by email between now and then? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
thinking-
just going to suggest that we can discuss it tonight and see if that's a possibility. I mean, I don't have a problem. What time would work for him? 6 or 6:30 or what?
He said 6:30.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That
I can
puts
look
us
into
into the evening, and I'd like to hear what other people have, if that present conflicts.
I'm okay with it. That's fine.
I'm okay with it.
So just
Yeah,
to
it's fine.
clarify, we would be 6:30 to 8:30.
Correct.
Right.
Well, we ought to have meetings that last an hour.
Yeah, that's kind of late for me, but
Well,
everybody else is okay with it. I guess I'll have to adjust.
if
Is there another day other than Tuesday, or does that make it more complicated?
I don't think
pro-
days.
go ahead, Keely.
Well, I mean, it's hard to pick days when there's all those other meetings and stuff going on.
Yes. And if we can do it at 6:30, and Keely, if you have a problem, just, if you're the only one, then feel free to leave when you need to leave. But let's look at that anyway.
Well, and
And
I'm
hopefully-
serious. I guess I'd challenge Bob on this, but I really think we should be able to do a meeting in an hour, and some of that's having
Yes.
a timekeeper and just staying on the agenda. And
Yeah,
and I would volunteer to be the timekeeper because, no offense to anybody, I mean, some of our meetings drag on and we get off track. And I like an agenda, crisp meeting. We should be able to do it in an hour.
I
Yep.
agree with Bob. You're here.
yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, when we have our big planning meetings and stuff, we actually need about 2 hours.
but
Yeah,
I agree on the other probably 10 months of the year we can probably do a shorter.
But Keely, you're right. Usually it's the January, February meeting where we're trying to solidify some stuff, and sometimes that takes us a little bit, but outside of that, I think an hour meeting is quite possible and should be the norm.
So I'll look in to see if we can do a vote by email. I'll ask tomorrow. And then if so, I'll send something out about it. Or I'll send something out either way. But if we can, I'll ask you guys to vote on it. If not, I'll let you guys know. We'll have to do it next month.
Yep.
Great.
Okay.
So we have an assignment, and that's we all need to get on the website and sign up to be volunteers, correct?
Yeah.
And
Okay,
I'll shoot you guys an email with that link right after this.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Because I'm actually on the website and I can't find it. I'm terrible at.
Yeah, I get
stuff.
lost when I get on there as well. And so I don't know if I'm on the wrong website or what's the secret.
Let's
That's
work
their
on that.
problem.
Or maybe, Will, you could send us, if there's instructions, because Kara's getting the same thing I did. I got on there one time and I got lost. I couldn't find the right tab. So I thought, must be me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'll send it out, and then I'll wait on the instructions and see if you guys can figure it out. Just because if that's a problem for you guys, I'd like to. I'd want to know so I can try to write that out for the other stuff. But if you guys have any problems, let me know real quick, and I can walk you through.
And Jason probably could do it too, because I didn't know whether there's, now that we're a member as KEB, is there a different way that we go in to that website versus just John Q. Public, unaffiliated with anybody going into the website?
Yeah, I mean, I think certain accounts like mine have a bunch of permissions. I don't know. I think he might have set you and Rachel up that same way, Michael.
Yeah.
So you guys could probably do some more of the back end stuff. Volunteers though should just see that front, it's basically like a sign up sheet, and you just have like a username and password to it.
And then that'll connect by zip code to the Englewood chapter.
That's what I assume. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll
If
give
you
it a
get
try.
a barrage, you'll know that you're in deep doo-doo.
Yeah. You're in the
Sounds
spotlight.
good.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Any other discussions that we need to have? Anything
Well,
else? I'm not thinking of anything. Yes?
Just want to bring up the holiday lighting event that's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, it's true.
If we're going to get anything in the guide or anything like that, we should have that. We have to talk about the next meeting.
Yeah.
That way we
How do y'all feel about that event this year?
I think it's a great event because nobody has to gather for it. It's something we could do and share virtually. I mean, we could go look at it separately, but we have so few community events going. That's something that nobody has to worry about social distancing.
What is it exactly?
Sorry?
What is it exactly?
It's kind of one of our odder events that we do, but it boils down to judging holiday lights. Yeah, so usually in a non-COVID world, I rent or borrow a bus, and then we drive around town and kind of judge them all as a group, and then go out to dinner afterwards. It's kind of just more of like a fun end of the year event. This year it might be a little different because obviously it might be hard for us all to ride around in one car together, but
Yeah.
I have on my calendar that we're looking at judging it December 15th.
Yeah, we kind of already made the date, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, we
So-
pushed it back a week.
Yeah, we pushed it back a week so that fit into the closer to Christmas. I think we can keep that date. I wish Madeline was here because maybe maybe Will, you could touch base with Madeline about promoting it,
Yeah,
and then
totally.
we can go from there.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah, we can do
next
that.
meeting, we can finalize everything, right?
Is there anything we want to change from last year as far as that event? I mean, as far as kind of like any of the information that went out or anything like that?
What's the general process? Like people submit applications to be judged, or is it like, hey, this guy has cool lights, let's check that out too? Or
Well, most of
The first one.
Okay.
most of the time, the people have been doing it. They either improve it or they have already applied. We usually pick up 1 or 2 new ones a year. And we do go out, if we notice somebody, that has a nice display, ask them to submit an entry. I think we got a couple that way last year, didn't we? Or am I wrong?
I think so. I think Camille got 1 or 2 that way.
Yeah, I think we had 1 or 2 come in, and then we just more or less give them a nice prize. I think we've given a couple of $50 gift certificates over a year, haven't we, Will?
Yeah,
For
we've
the-
done that for the last 2 years.
Yeah,
do we take pictures and publish that?
They do. They go on. They generally have gone on like our communications usually puts like 1 more post out afterwards after the like the city council meeting where the awards are announced. They'll post kind of the best of the best pictures for it.
Okay.
okay. We can finalize everything up in October, and that gives us November, the end of October, November to publicize and get things out and organized.
Yep.
Right?
I'll have to check when we need to have all that stuff in the newsletter. I'm sure that's probably coming up pretty soon here.
Yeah, it probably is. I've lost track of that deadline too.
But if so, I'll get something. I'll get something in there if it's before our next meeting, which is kind of the same information from.
I think we're
Previous years.
still okay, but if you would make sure of that.
Yep.
Because it probably is coming up pretty close since today is the 8th.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else? Thanks, Keely. You keep me honest.
All right.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Good
Okay.
to see you all.
Thanks,
Even if
everyone.
it is just a picture, Keely.
I'm hiding the mess in the background.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
See you guys later.
Appreciate it all. Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye-bye.